trawlers all around me, like a whole fleet of fishing boats coming out. So I planned to sail to Texel until I realized I never walked this way. And the only thing I have seen is the ferry on Vlieland, which in all honesty is a bit weird. So I decided to stay another day to walk around the island to just look what's there. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, that means there is light again in the boat. So now I don't have to use this necessarily anymore, but it works. So happy with that. Time to start vlogging, boys and girls. So for all happy roosters out there watching the YouTube, this episode will be about contemplation, because intended to go to Norway, ended up on Vlieland, which is a lovely island, honestly. It's beautiful, but if it was not what you thought you would be, you basically have a plan B or C. So the idea was, what am I going to do next? This episode is there to find it out. But before we do anything, food. The store closes at 6. Okay, dudes, I'm from Amsterdam. I'm not used to stores closing at 6. I'm used to stores closing at 10 at the earliest. Okay, it works. I got what I needed almost. So don't have a lente uitje, but do without it. And now we're back. So that was my stroll. Quite nice. But now I'm hungry. So, hungry. I'm not hungry, but I could have something to eat. Mike's golden noodles and chili pepper, broccoli, cashew nuts, and do I have cashew nuts? I actually don't know that. Beef. So I bought the stuff. So let's do some cooking. I'm sort of impressed again. It's Mike's recipe. The only thing I didn't have was lente uitjes, so I used normal uitjes. And as the supermarket didn't have them, I didn't have koolzaadolie, so I used olive oil. And I didn't have glass noodles, so I used normal noodles. But this not only smells really nice, you can't smell that, but I can. It looks pretty good as well. So I would say, time to serve. Let's taste. Oh, it's really good. Lovely. So the world always looks a bit brighter if you've had a good meal. This case was no different. It was beautiful weather. And I had to make a plan. And I came to a sort of a realization that there are still things on the bucket list. I realized I never sailed the north coast of the Netherlands on my own. And that sounds like a achievable thing to do today.
We have a 3-4 following wind. We have the outgoing tide leaving at 12, which would mean I would be in I'm out at 2ish. I slept good. I have everything prepared. I have my lunch. I even have my evening meal ready. I just have to throw it in a pan. Should be done. So else I have yogurt or apples and carrots. So I should survive that. I have plenty of water. So everything. So I'm gonna try that today, and I'm really looking forward to it because it would be another milestone in my sailing resume. I know you know I sailed the Nordics already, but somehow it feels like I'm starting all over this trip again. So looking forward to it. I hope I get into the swing soon, and yeah, I have a good feeling about this one. So you never know what's going to happen, but for now I think yeah, it's interesting to see how the sea state is. We've had quite some wind, 5 sustained, I would say 4 or 5 sustained for a long time, so there will probably be quite a bit of swell. But yeah, I love sailing at sea a lot better than I do at speed water. So that's it, let's go. So my German friends helped me to get out from Orange Emmy charter boat. Let's go. Bye bye Vlieland. Here we come, Amsterdam. Long trip, beautiful trip. Let's do this. Yes. This is amazing. Wow. Just wait for the right weather window and then go, 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 boys and girls. Yes. Oh, fuck the ferry. Fuck the ferry. Westkardinaal. Gaat hij aan die kant omheen. Should be okay. Should be okay. Shouldn't be as to nessun problema. That was quite a bit of work. I wouldn't say I'm sweating, but I'm sweating. And now I'm zigzagging a bit, trying to find the right angle point of attack. So it's in between half a wind and yeah, half a wind. It's actually half a wind and following. So yeah, I think now we got our heading. The boat is stable, all the ropes are good. I had the backstay. Screwing up my mainsail again. I just have to see, it's because of the current I think that we're like zigzagging a bit. But yeah, this looks okay. Let me take off my jacket because it's killing me. So quite an eventful morning. For something that wasn't necessarily eventful. We're out, we're sailing. Now it's 1 o'clock, so I'll update the maps in 15 minutes. First having a little snack. We departed without problems. The German guys helped me. The idea is to go to Amsterdam and to stay there until Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday actually. And then sail back. So I'm going to make some plans there. I actually can go home and get some stuff that I forgot. I need to buy a reeds. So I intentionally go to the port of Amsterdam because I don't want to be home. And I've never been to the port of Amsterdam, which is sort of funny. But yeah, so that's the plan. All of a sudden I had the idea, why don't I go to London? The wind is dying down on me. sails become very flappy. Which is an indication I need to put on the bullet. So it's on. It goes all the way to the front, through the front kicker, all the way back to the kicker there. And this is the remainder of the line. And now it keeps my sail stable. There is 7 knots of wind now, 6.9. So it was like floppy sails. This actually brings quite some peace to the boat, which I feel is good. Using a bullet tali, learned it at the Zeezeilers from Jaap, together with the great crew, Henk, Herman, Ilko. We were able to get it on, and I was able to reuse that knowledge, and now I'm using it on Windrose, and it actually worked like a charm. So it's a very good thing to do. So the idea was, because everything was going so smooth, that I would march on all the way to Amsterdam, making it the first 24-hour sail. But that also meant that you need to look at your rhythm. So here we go. Eat, drink, sleep, repeat. First I'm going to finish my meal, and then I'm going to take a nap, because there's like a stretch that I can definitely sleep a bit. Every bit of sleep I can get is good, I guess. So that's what I'll do. I don't know what happened exactly, but we're overtaking the other ship, which I find quite interesting, because it's not what I expected, but yeah, it's what's happening. So we're having a great sail, and this just adds to the mix. So wind is picking up a little bit. We're making a bit more traction, going 8 point something through water and 7 point something over ground, which is fairly quick. So that's cool. So here we have the people. Our German friends, there they go. My German friends, actually Marco and Raoul, who rented a Bavaria, if I remember correctly, and had some problems with their roller furler, which they tried to fix in the marina in Vlieland. I had a great discussion with them. They actually helped me out with planning, and they inspired me to actually go to Amsterdam, because they were going out to Den Helder. And I thought, yeah, why not? So I followed them. They actually made some of the pictures that you've seen earlier. Beautiful pictures of Windrose. And yeah, I hope you made a good berth. And thank you for meeting up and joining. That was fun. So in the meantime, I was still sailing, following winds. I don't have a boom. I actually had a boom back then, but I didn't use it because it was like quite heavy. So yeah, then it's, fiddling about with sails, basically. I can imagine it's a bit annoying not to see all the action, but to be honest, filming the action and being at sea is, and managing the sails is a bit of a tough cookie. So I just furled in the head sail, and then I also furled in the mainsail. It costed me about 1 knot of speed, which I'm not so sure about whether or not I like that. But for now it is a 100% jibe course, so or I should go a bit further out. But then again, this is the right heading. I'm already about 10 miles out of the coast. So I also feel like going back a bit. Yeah, it's actually perfect So yeah, if the wind turns a bit more northeasterly, then so be it. Also, I will have the tide against me in not too soon. As you can see, it's like a pure jibe course. So yeah, I could put out the Bulletali. I used it all the way. Works like a charm. But then I have a flopping head sail, and I hate flopping head sails. And I have Peter from Wind Pilot saying, Jan, the horses pull in front. Put it different. The horses pull in front. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this. And if in the end I don't make enough speed, I can always put up the Cottefok.
If you ain't gonna do it now, Dad, you're never gonna do it. Right, son, let's do it.
This went from 5 knots to 6 point something. Melkmeisje works. It's a bit floppy, but it works. Ah, nice. Let's see if it stays the way it is supposed to be staying. So, and I expect actually when I get the current against me that because the wind will pick up as the boat will slow down due to the current, it actually might help quite a bit. But let's see, 6.5 I'm reading. 6, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 7, 6, 9, 6, 8, 6, 7, 6, 8, 6, 9, 7. Oh my god, 7. Wow. If it works, it works. Horses are pulling from the front, Peter. There we go. Nice and wobbly. Woohoo! Bring out the secret weapon.
And inevitable, it doesn't work anymore because you have to change course or the wind changes, so you can get the whole bloody thing down again and sail with just the furler and without the boom.
Following wind, still took down the Cottefok because I was not able to make the angle that I wanted, and now I'm sailing a beetje ruimer, as we say in Dutch. So I'm taking having a bit more wind in the sail, so 150 to 180 apparent. And that actually works good. The main sail or the head sail gets enough wind, stays filled with wind as well, which is good. Just had dinner, a bit of a mess. I had the cauliflower that I had the other day, still there. So if I want at the Amsterdam Rijnkanaal, Noordzeekanaal, I can take some more. But for now, yeah, comfortable. We have 18 miles to go, which is funny because an hour ago it was 19 for my feeling. So time is slow. But then again, there is a ship that I can hardly see anymore, that I was trying to dodge when I did the maneuver, and that's quite far away already. So yeah, 70 miles, 1.7. So slowly, but we're getting there, and that's in the end the whole point. And now I'm going to have another nap. So yeah, it's basically what you do. Wait for the boat to arrive, and oh my lord, how happy am I with my wind vane, because without that thing, solo sailing will be a nightmare. This is an amazing machine, honestly. The simplicity and the effectivity and the silence of it is mesmerizing. Beautiful. Really good. And no battery, so that's good. I like all these things all die down on you. It's sort of super annoying. I cannot see the sun go down. That is, well, I can see the sun go down, but it's still a long way from going down. Actually, don't know when it goes down. I can look that up, I guess. Sunset is at 10:30, which is in an hour. All right.
Now, you could say that the world is changing, but fortunately, the sun still goes down, and then you end up in the darkness.
Arriving at IJmuiden. I don't know if you can actually see this, but trawlers all around me, like a whole fleet of fishing boats coming out. How? Like really? It's quite interesting. They kind of troll 1, 2, 3, 4 together. They leave early.
Yes, that was exciting. Because they basically form a line. They put out their nets and they go, and you're like, where do I go? And they have all their lights on. It's amusement to the max. It's like the real world, to be honest. And there was one fisherman that was a bit slower there as the rest. So I was looking at him and I was like, where is the boat? Why do I only see the top light? And then when he got out of the harbor, actually onto the sea, I actually saw that he pointed out that there was more dike than I anticipated for. So I made a sort of a U-turnish kind of thing to go around the right light, because I was pointing for that one and I needed to point at the other one. So he saved my life, which is good. Thank you, Mr. Fisherman. Yeah, and then I had to go through the locks. But as a solo sailor, through the locks in the night, yeah, you don't have any footage because you're too busy. And if you would actually use the camera, you don't see anything after all. So that doesn't make any sense. There is, however, happiness after the lock. And that I can share with you.
We passed the locks in IJmuiden. We are in IJmuiden now. Massive IJmuiden. Smelly IJmuiden as well. You can't see me, but I'm quite happy up till now. I think I'm having a great trip. I should be yawning. 2.5 hours to go before I'm in Amsterdam. And then I departed at 11 and it is now, I will be arriving at about 6 in the morning, which I think is interesting because that is about 24 hours, I would say. Not fully actually, but yeah, I feel quite awake yet. I did about 7 or 8 20-minute sleeps, and yeah, the lock went okay-ish. Wasn't the beautiest of things, but it worked out, and the guy did it very smoothly, so that was nice. So now we're cruising on my way to the city, where I will be docking in a new berth that I have not docked before. So that's interesting. And then I'll probably get some sleep. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. To be honest, there was a bit of a stretch in there that there wasn't a lot to see because I got stuck in mist, and it was really, really thick. There was like literally nowhere to be seen anything at all, not even lights, nothing. And I was navigating on the AIS, and this was the first time that I thought, okay, a radar would actually be very handy. But okay, I made it, and that's also funny. When I got closer to the city, the mist disappeared. And the morning started again, and all of a sudden I was there. in Amsterdam.
I am. Oh, why doesn't this open? I am opposite Loetje. Hotel, this is my city. Houthavens, Petroleumhaven, Amsterdam Central Station. How funny is that? I parked in my own city. And I did it. Man, I did it. I sailed through the night. Wow. I don't know how many miles it was. I think it's almost 100, but with a lock in the middle of the night, coming in from sea. Wow.
It is somewhat ironical to be so happy to be in your own city, basically on home turf, after sailing 24 hours and actually 36, or I don't know how many hours to go up there. But this was my first 24-hour sail. It was my first night sail. It was, I guess, also my first sail on the North Sea on that particular side. Solo, all of them. And I loved it. I thought it was really nice, and I was extremely happy that I was there. Next episode, you will see what happened the day after and why I'm sitting on this boat, factually. So, yeah. If you have a comment, leave it below. Leave a like if you like. And hope to see you next time. See you later, boys and girls. Cheerio.